Good dog, and welcome back to the Norwegian campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So it looks as if the French have still not taken northern Spain off of me, but we got some battles to fight this month. So let's get that out of the way first. First, the port strikes, of course. One light cruiser, Cosmo class. That's a lot of small guns. It's a lot of torpedoes, though. Have I seen this class before? I'm not sure. Not in a 1v1, anyway, I think. Let's see. Let's send the dreadnoughts home. They don't need to be here for this. Nor do the Vikings. I think one heavy cruiser should be enough. Just gonna send Rudolph because well, she's alone anyway. And that way I don't have the risk of enemy torpedoes striking many of my ships at once. I don't think that would be a huge risk, but it could happen if the enemy gets close enough to launch and I'm not paying attention or something. Yeah, 20-kilometer torpedoes. It's a pretty big light cruiser with well, the guns are not pretty big. The guns are kind of small. 4.8 inch singles, but at least it's got many of them. Well, 7. Yeah, no, France, I don't think you cooked with this. Doesn't even have radar. Nor is it particularly fast. For 600 million, I think you can do a lot better than this. Rudolph is not that much more expensive, despite bringing a lot more of well, everything to the table. Yeah, let's see, we're gonna get in range soon. Yeah, very soon. 19-kilometer range. And there we go. We're firing. Cruising speed engaged. They have launched. And we're going to maneuver a little bit. Let's do a circle. Let's add some of our own torpedoes. The enemy torpedoes should miss by a lot. Our torpedoes are gonna hit. There we go. 1. And done. Alright. Good job, Rudolph. And the next battle is 1 DD, Sable class. I think we're just gonna do the light cruiser for this one, for the same reason. And we're almost in range. Hottie has taken some damage from a previous battle, but I think she should be able to take this one down. Let's see. They have launched. Let's pull some maneuvers. And those torpedoes should not hit. But our guns do hit. And they do a lot of damage. And there it goes. Nice. It's nice having light cruisers that are actually very, very effective at just massacring enemy DDs. That was not really the case in the last war. Alright. I gained Nova Scotia. Let's see what's happening here. 95%. It's gone down, actually. It's gone backwards by 1%. It was 96 last month. So this invasion here might actually be helping. I'm still not convinced that there's any direct connection between casualties inflicted by naval invasions and the army forces being used for the army advance. There we go. I should be able to do both of these invasions at once. I'd like to take northern Algeria from them so they can't invade Morocco. Guidem is suspended. Let's see. I should be able to resume that one without going over my tonnage. Yeah. Friday. Not too big of a ship, but if I just had a little bit more, just a little bit more tonnage available. Lord Warden is going to be done in 1 month. That's going to free up quite a lot. All these DDs are being commissioned. They're gonna have to receive those refits. With the oxygen torpedoes. But it will be nice having a surplus of DDs again. Why are you still in service, Moss? That's one of the 1890 cruisers in Tassilak. Do I want to keep it or just add it to a an invasion somewhere? Not sure. Let's see, let's just add both of those here. And no, actually no, let's just scrap them. St. John's in Newfoundland. Let's launch an invasion there. Our little Vinland saga invading Canada. Where is it? Am I blind? Or is that Labrador Sea? No. I'm just not in the right sea region. Okay, let's take New Brunswick then. It's either gonna be Quebec, or no, it's gotta be St. John's, because Quebec is central Canada. So there. That should do it. As for this one, we're getting Cambodia next turn, and then we can take back Thailand, or just keep mopping up Indochina. Okay, it's not too bad. It's really only, well, apart from the DDs, really only Maud that needs repair. The other battlecruisers are completely intact. So they're just gonna stop by Singapore. In fact, no, they're not. They're just gonna go straight for Bangkok. And I will initiate that invasion next month. Yes, that's the plan. We're getting the Mark 4 19s. Excuse me, Mark 4. Alright, things are proceeding well. Let's see if this continues to go down, or if they actually succeed in taking northern Spain. And they have taken northern Spain. I saw that when the turn was loading. And we're gonna strike a couple of places, and we're gonna fight another single DD. Auto-resolving those fights, it is tempting, but it's gonna result in most of my task force, for some reason, taking a lot of damage. And once again, I'm just gonna let the light cruiser deal with this. We're closing in on Petard. She's got 10 torpedoes in the water. Now we turn. And let's see if we can deal with this. I'm pretty sure we can deal with this. Torpedoes did not end up anywhere near my light cruiser, so did not even spot them. And there we go. The DD is down. No damage taken. Very nice. And another French light cruiser. And this time it's time to start the invasion of Thailand as well. And this time the heavy cruiser Surt will do the honors. She spawned in on her own, not in a division, so that made the choice easy. And I think her 11-inch Mark 4 guns will do short work for this French light cruiser. There you go, they have launched torpedoes. This time I do not carry torpedoes of my own. But I don't think I need torpedoes. Not when I can land salvos like that. Very nice. Ooh, and this looks like almost almost a full battle. 3 of these Cosmao class light cruisers. Let's see who will do the honors this time. Are we just gonna let the battle cruisers do it? Maybe. I think so. I think so. I want to make them veterans. And here we go. We are firing. Let's select individual targets here. There we go. Not quite in range of all my guns yet, but they're gonna be soon. No hits scored yet. These are pretty expensive light cruisers. Not that much cheaper than my battle cruisers, actually. So we should be able to get some victory points out of this. If we can just actually hit them. There we go. Some hits are being scored. Very nice. Knocking out some guns. These cruisers seem very fragile. Possibly down to minus 9.6 draft. Alright. Yeah, that was some victory points, alright. Yeah, France took northern Spain. We've taken Ireland and Cambodia. Let's take Northern Ireland as well. Actually, let's go Thailand first. Only 20,000 tons. That doesn't take much. That should not be a big problem. France is... well, they've started a naval invasion here, but I know they don't have the tonnage. They just don't have enough ships left to pull that off. I don't think. 97,000 tons in total. Yeah, no, they don't have the tonnage. United States is invading Italy. And why that invasion circle is here and not here, I don't know. But it does look like they're gonna take central Italy, and with that, Italy is gonna stop existing again. %100 there, 80% here. Got him, still being repaired. Well, let's see, 65,000 tons free capacity. We can resume that repair. And this one too? Yes, just barely. At least getting my ships back. Moonin has been repaired. Lord Warden has been repaired. Let's send her here. She belongs in that task force anyway. And we're gonna send I'm not sure what I want to send here. Down to the Mediterranean. Now let's actually send the Lord Warden and those other ships. Come on now. There we go. Down here. Just join in with this task force. Alright? Yes. Moonin too, I guess. Just a little bit more tonnage, just so I can get this up to 100%. Because it would suck to fail an 80%. Okay, the Vikings are done. Yeah. That'll be these. Yes, yes. I have to rename them. There you go. That puts me a little bit over over tonnage again. Which means that my Guion will probably have to be suspended again. Natal. Where was that? South America, right? Yeah, it's here. Okay, got a fresh squadron of DDs there, though. Well, not a fresh one, but it's they've been repaired. All right, I think that's it for July of 1938. Getting more light cruisers in 2 months, and those refit DDs in 1 month. And yeah, things will be nice. Let's do super battleships though. They're gonna take a while. They're gonna sit here and take up my my shipbuilding capacity for quite a bit. That's why I haven't been able to start constructing these ones yet. But we'll get there. Alright. Let's see what is going on. Lots of admirals getting warned, of course. That's nothing new. We're gonna strike a port. And another port. And we're gonna fight a single French light cruiser. Again. And it once again fell to the Surt to take on the lonely French light cruiser Pascal. Let's just keep an eye on those torpedoes. There they go. Launched. Let's maneuver. So far they're blocking my hits. Of course my 11-inch guns are not as effective as... I say not as effective as they could be because I'm maneuvering too much, and then they go and prove me wrong like that by deleting half the enemy ship. And I think it's over for Pascal. Let's just land a couple more hits. Like that, and she's done. Right. Okay. I don't think this tactic of sending single light cruisers up against me is working out for France. But they keep doing it. And this time, it's the good old Hel taking care of business. Because she only had a regular crew for some reason. Must have lost a lot of her original veteran crew. But they can still land hits. With all the refits these ships have gotten quite accurate. All the 4.8-inch guns are out of commission. How explosive are they? They shouldn't be. Really. They should be very, very safe. Tube powder, reduced ammo? Well, they got heavy shells, though. Enemy ship launched, but now they're dead. And here we go. Enemy heavy cruisers and light cruiser and a DD. We got some battle cruisers. Let's just have them do it. And I decided the Fridtjof Nansen class battle cruisers, all 4 of them, should be more than enough to deal with these 3 enemy ships. Let's actually select some targets here, though. Don't need them all firing at the same DD. 22.1 knots, and the AI has gone and done it again. Made a fairly decent ship a lot worse by removing all the speed. No, this light cruiser is not bad. 6-inch guns, singles, but at least it's got quite a few of them. And torpedoes. .8 kilometer torpedo range. 22.4. Yeah, this one's got the oxygen torpedoes. 24-inch. But my Mark IV 15-inch guns outranged them. And I just saw at the start of this turn, China has researched the Mark IV 15-inch gun as well. So they are many, many years behind me in big gun technology. So me focusing big guns for research early on, starting to pay off. Yeah, Theseus is gonna go down now. She will not survive that. My very American-looking battlecruisers. See, did you launch your torpedoes? You did. Sable has launched. Sable is dead. I think Melpomene is gonna die now too. Will I avoid those torpedoes though from Sable? Probably, because I'm just gonna click end battle like that. And like that. That's some next level torpedo dodging right there. Okay, how are we looking? 89%. Still not 100. Interestingly, this is 100. What, you got some ships left somewhere? France? %73% into Morocco. Okay, this invasion is actually into Western Sahara, not Mauritania, despite what it looks like. They're gonna take Mauritania from me though, from here, from Senegal. Can't really do much about that. That invasion will go well. Let's launch an invasion of Northern Ireland. There we go. And this is going well. But we have a convoy battle. First one in a while. Arneberg, the originally Dutch-built heavy cruiser, against a Colmar class heavy cruiser, defending a single transport. Must be an important transport. Now, is this a new class or just one that I've forgotten about? It could be either. I'll make sure to have my main guns on the Bellier, which doesn't seem too bad. Got no radar. Armor quality is not the best. Well, this could maybe be an older ship. Mark IV 10-inch guns though. 3 singles. electric torpedoes. I've seen better, France. I've seen better. If this was vanilla, I would be impressed, but some of the ships I've seen the AI pump out in dip have just been much, much better. Which I guess is technically down to the tweaks and fixes mod, which is included in dip. It's what makes sure I haven't seen any like paper armored ships thus far in the campaign, which you see a lot of in vanilla very often. See the AI do something like, oh, they're gonna have 25 inches of aft deck armor and then 0.1 inches of main deck armor. But with tweaks and fixes, the armor distribution actually makes sense, and the thicknesses too. And I really do appreciate that. Destroy their main tower already? I mean, I'm not complaining. And they've decided to rush me down with their torpedoes. Their torpedoes are... well, I guess they're not too slow, are they? But they might run out of torpedo crew before they actually get to launch. Because I've knocked out some of those launchers. But their 11-inch guns are... no, they've got 10.4. Excuse me. Not 11s. For some reason I thought they had 11-inch guns. But no, their guns are actually smaller than mine, not bigger. Yeah, they got no torps left. Well, they got torpedoes left, but no crew to work the launchers. It's getting closer again. My rudder is out, so that's going to impede mobility a little bit, as will the flooding in the aft compartments. Guns are turning around, there they go. Let's get some aft flooding on Bellier. That would be nice. They had an engine out, didn't they? They got 2 engines out. There you go, another hit to their main tower, which is already destroyed. That didn't really do much. some more flooding. My secondaries are opening up. We're getting dangerously close now. Those torpedoes better not work. The game better not do that weird thing where sometimes it launches torpedoes despite having 0 fuel left. Whoa. Take some more flooding, will you? Now I'm taking flooding. I don't like that. We need the enemy to take the flooding. Give me one more compartment of flooding aboard the enemy cruiser, please. My citadel is holding me quite safe. There we go. Now just the transport left. It was a more closely fought match than it probably should have been. Of course I'm overpenning because the transport has 0 armor and 0 quality. But that is fine. Let's see. You got 34% crew loss. I think if I can get closer into 1.6 inch range, I can't like choose which secondaries to turn off though, but I would like to have only my 1.6 inch guns firing to surrender the enemy ship. That would be the plan. Because if it's just a single transport being guarded by a heavy cruiser, it might be something important, right? Of course the game doesn't work like that, but we can pretend. We can pretend that's the case. I got 1.6s on the tower. If I go bow in, of course I got some 5.9s that will fire as well. Enemy crew losses mounting. 43, 44. Surrendered. Nice. We can now pretend something important was aboard the transport. Because then it would maybe be worth it taking all that damage to Arneberg. Alright, we're still not over capacity. We actually have 100,000 tons of free capacity now. Alright. Didn't I launch an invasion of Northern Ireland? No, I did that just before the Convoy battle. Right. That's how it works. That's what I did. Oh, France. Hello. You coming at me with an actual task force, are you? That is cute. Yeah, I think the French army is gonna take more stuff from me. Might be able to prevent Morocco from being taken, though, just by taking northern Algeria from them. But I would also like to take back northern Spain. That would happen after taking southern Spain, I guess. Move this task force into the Bay of Biscay and get that done. Ah, we got new ships being commissioned here. Let's see. You're being commissioned. You are ready to go. Get in here. Nice. I'm still not sure why this because this is 100% and I'm what, 30% over the required tonnage. Here I've got more than twice and it's only 89%. What gives? Do they have ships in Valencia? No, they don't. Strange. Anyway, on to not the next one just yet. We're gonna have to unsuspend that one. And I will have to rename some DDs. Alright. On to September. There's a revolution in Italy. Let's see, France. I can pay money or I can not pay money. I choose to not pay money, even if I can afford it. Like, one unrest is not much, really. I think it's already down to 0 from those strike battles. Another single light cruiser. Let's go. And this time, I selected Lord Warden to deal with the enemy ship. Because, well, she was alone. That was the reason. And also, I think it's a pretty ship. Just because I really like these British modern battlecruiser hulls. It didn't look this good when I took it from them, though, but after a refit, it got quite nice. And Foch is not doing too well. These 18.5-inch guns firing HE. Even with HE, they got enough pen to score full penetrations and deal quite massive damage. AP would just overpen a light cruiser like this. And there we go. Good job. And not very unexpected result, but we sent the Foch down to the bottom without taking a single hit, so it's as good as it can be. Another Endymion class heavy cruiser. This has not been refit to make it slow, so it's still doing 27.5 knots, which isn't super fast, but it's something. And this time, again, the Fridtjof Nansen class battlecruisers get the honors of slapping this British cruiser around for a bit. Let's see, it's close enough to fire back, but not close enough to launch torpedoes. Because these are 17.1 inch, 17.1 kilometers, 23 inch. Ooh, they actually score a pen on Roald Amundsen. But we score a lot of pens in return, and down she goes. Alright. But I think that's it for this one. Let's just see what's happening in the world. 43% Northern Ireland. Oh, that's because they've got these 3 DDs here, probably. We can send something to take care of that. %, 95%. This is up to 91 now. Hopefully that's gonna succeed. It should. The odds are in my favor, but odds are not guaranteed. Let's see where to invade. Where to invade next? I think Cochin China. There we go. 3,000 tons. That is nothing. That is a single heavy cruiser kind of invasion. But if I got the task force there, might as well. What I should do, well, if I could launch more invasions than just one per turn, and if I had a spare task force around here, I would take Senegal. Or I would have done that a while ago before this got to 95%. That would interrupt their army invasion. No, wait. Here's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna send the battlecruisers to deal with this French task force. I'm gonna send these battleships to deal with the invasion of Thailand. And you're being repaired. Let's see, what do I have that can deal with the invasion here of Saigon? Which is only 3,000 tons, which is really, really not much. I can detach some heavy cruisers, I guess. Frey and Surt, both Vidar class, they can do that invasion. Alright, but with that, the episode has ended. Let's see, I haven't got anything suspended, do I? No, everything is being repaired. That is being repaired, and everything is being built. That is being built. So that is nice. That means I've got spare capacity, and I will get more spare capacity very soon, once the repairs are done. To the tune of maybe maybe starting construction of something. Yeah, maybe we can start construction of something, or maybe design something new. If I'm building battleships with 20-inch guns, why not some battle cruisers? If possible. I don't know yet. We can find out next time. Goodbye, and take care.